a lineup for Players
Daryl's
Championship 19 here in Milton Keynes. The punchline will be
Daryl to throw first.
Chance to add their name to the roll of honour and pocket cool £15,000 come the end of the day. This pair, no stranger
57.
to winning these titles. Both have won multiple PDC titles, Chris Dobey and Daryl Gurney. But in the other semi-final, we've got two players who've never even been to a final. Cameron Menzies, who's been knocking on the door for weeks, seemingly, including yesterday when he was just about across the threshold before Damon Heta came and
60.
sideswiped him from nowhere. Brilliant end to that semi-final. Heta went on to take the title, but today he's playing Thibaut Tricol, a man who hasn't even been in a semi-final before, the Frenchman.
100.
Will it be a first for France? Can Menzies cross the line? That's over on stream one with Mark Wilson and Scott Mitchell. Here with me, Chris Murphy. It's Dobey
58.
against Gurney for the right to play in the final. Both of them have been not just in finals over the course of their careers, but both have been in finals this year. Dobey in 2, losing out to Damon Heta in February and winning against Josh Rock in April.
42.
Daryl Gurney in June lost out to Alan Suter.
58.
And he ended a bit of a drought in getting to tournament deciders. Was once a world number 3, Daryl Gurney.
81.
World Grand Prix champion, Players Championship finals winner. Chris Dobey, of course, winner of the Masters. Got him in the Premier League last year. And was very close to being
86.
Another Premier League pick and a world semi-finalist this year. He's made good ground in the opening leg against the throw.
63. $40. 60.
Double 10 then for Dobey.
Game shot.
Been a rather sluggish start, particularly from Gurney, just surrendering his throw, really.
$125.
Wins for Daryl against Aaron Monk, John Henderson, Wessel Nyman, Matthew Dennant and Danny Noppert.
140.
Monk and Dennant, the two players that actually took him to a last leg decider. En route to this semi-final showdown, which will be played across the best of 13 legs, so first to 7. Chris Dobey is averaging almost 98 for the day.
180.
As Gurney opens the Maxi account for the match. Wins on this day for Dobey against Neil Zonneveld, Roby John Rodriguez, Luke Woodhouse, James Wade. That one did go to a decider and was Dobey's best performance, an average of 107.94 in that one.
145.
And then Mensa Suljovic. But Daryl Gurney here is producing the most bizarre start to this semi-final showdown.
Game shot.
Because in the opening leg, Daryl Gurney was only on 80 after 21 darts. A leg later, he's won it in 11. Immediate break back.
100. $140. 92. 100. 119. 91.
Dobey leaves the 170 with that little switch.
134.
Can he produce the Hollywood finish?
$78. Game
he
shot.
couldn't, and Gurney seems to have found something here. He does have the better of the head-to-head record between the pair, Daryl Gurney, but only just 5-4 from their previous 9 meetings.
97.
They've been playing each other for the best part of a decade now. Dobey won the most recent in a quarter-final contest in Leicester earlier this year.
81.
And that was the tournament that he went on to win.
58.
I've had some higher profile meetings in the Premier League and at the World Championship.
41.
Also worth noting that they met in the quarterfinals of the 2018 Players' Championship finals. Gurney winning that match 10-2 and going on to win that title.
98.
The here and now, Dobey won what was a bit of a slow start to the match in the opening leg,
60.
but since then, Gurney has turned the screw somewhat, cancelling out the break and then holding.
140.
With an 11 darter and a 15 darter. Textbook stuff, isn't it? Breaking 4 visits, holding 5. Needed the treble there to get a go at a double.
56.
But he will get a go at a double because in this leg, Gurney has reverted to the level he was producing in leg 1.
59.
So 20 for double 16. Can't find that nor double 8, and it just gives Gurney some hope. And that hope's very much alive here. Another would have left him tops.
140.
No more missing.
Game shot.
And there is no more missing. As it's levels you devils between Dobey and Daryl.
$140.
In the other semi-final, it's also all square after 4 between Cameron Menzies and Thibaut Tricot.
34.
Menzies has incredibly made the semi-finals in half of his last half-dozen events, 3 out of 6, and 2 further quarter-finals as well. There's nobody in that sample size that is more consistent than Cameron
100.
Menzies, but despite 5 quarter-finals and 3 semis, he's yet to reach a final. Will that change today? He's 3-2 down to Thibaut Tricot, who's hoping to become the first Frenchman to play in a senior PDC final in about 20 minutes' time.
100. $84.
Gets the treble 19 first, but can't find the second requisite. Would have hit the ball. He's just proved that. So Gurney surviving a small scare there.
Game shot.
And he knew that that was important because that bullseye that Dobey hit left him with 3 clear darts at tops. Gurney in front
41.
again. A reminder, if you are staying with us for this one and then you do want to watch the final, that will be broadcast on Streaming Board 1, so make sure to switch
95.
at the end of this game. Depending on how the games go, you may catch the end of the other semi as well.
60. $98.
Not getting the staggering stuff that we saw, but 24 hours ago, but Ryan Searle did kind of turn a switch, and Menzies and Heta just force the best out of each other in their semi-final. These two games are a little bit more tense, maybe a little bit of fatigue coming into play.
98.
And very much nip and tuck.
60.
Gurney has an opportunity here, though, to take a big advantage in this match. Dobey hasn't left a finish after a dozen
100.
darts on throw. If Gurney can win this leg, he would increase his lead to 2 and then would be throwing for a 5-2 lead.
100.
Double 18.
74.
How big will that dart prove to be? He thought he might have been in. You could see him peer over, meerkatting. Now he can't look,
Game shot.
but he will hear the match official call game shot. And it's all square in this one after 6 legs, just as it is between Menzies and Tricol in the other. 2 experienced operators who have got no trouble in making finals on one
100.
stream, and 2 players who've never made a final on the other. I should just mark the asterisk that I'm talking about senior PDC finals, of course. Challenge 2 as they have and won, and both in the time in the WGF as well had great success.
41. $134.
Mentioned, of course, Daryl Gurney being a former World Grand Prix winner. He is going to return to the Grand Prix.
120.
Shouldn't be any doubt about that. He's been decent enough over the last 12 months to be relatively high on the Pro Tour Order of Merit.
180.
The main Order of Merit, Chris Dobey closing down Peter Wright. Dobey 13th.
87.
And could be within £25,000 of Wright come the end of the day. Double 16 for an 11 darter. Is this where he's going to start motoring?
31.
Or can Daryl Gurney produce something spectacular here? And that's the first part of the equation. Opted for treble 19 to leave double 14.
117.
Again, like the double 18 earlier, what a shot that almost was. Gurney could have been disappearing into the distance, but for the width of 2 wires.
Game shot.
Dobey doesn't look the gift horse in the mouth. Daryl himself down at 27th in the main PDC Order of Merit at the moment.
85.
He would leapfrog Christoph Ratajski, a place in front of him, by winning this match.
43.
The 4-3 here, 4-4 between Menzies and Tricol. Hasn't been more than a leg between this pair at any point. Is Chris Dobey going to change that in this leg?
100. $57. $140. $180.
Lovely darts from Dobey as he bids to do exactly that. Only a second max of the game.
98.
Taking his tally for the day. Up to 19.
13.
The double's the important bit. Couldn't do that. Gurney has missed combo checkouts by the width of a wire. Now, how much can he see? Not enough. Was the option.
78.
It would have been audacious, but there was the option to go bull-bull if he felt he'd blocked the treble 20 totally. Can't have the dart back.
Game
Can't
shot.
have the leg back either. Chris Dobey opens up an advantage with a couple of legs for the first time in the game. 2 ahead,
90.
2 away. We're meeting with Menzies or a tie with Tricole.
100. $60.
You're just kind of waiting for one of them to up it.
100.
Simmering but not boiling. And it's Gurney who
56.
really needs to do that.
$140. $40. $94.
I'm just hearing some remarkable news from the other semi-final. 5 apiece. Thibaut Tricole has just taken out 161 to make it 5 apiece after Menzies
43.
declined the ball for a 167. It's just 67 here for Dobey. Seems simple, double 16.
51.
Gurney just
76.
showing a little bit of frailty there. Just not throwing the darts as purposefully as he has been for the rest of the match, and maybe that's a sign that he's starting to think the match might be up. 6-3 Dobey. Hasn't had to get out of second gear in the game.
123.
But now it could be foot down to the finish line. 2 treble turn. Gurney needs to at least match that.
98. $58. $140.
Often it's about timing this game. Time is running out for Daryl Gurney, and a great day for him. Good run. Is there more in the tank? Is there more there for him?
180.
Can't get more than that. Well, needs to avoid those. Go high, Chris.
140.
Exactly what he does. So Gurney has no choice. If he doesn't get a treble, he'll have to go for the bull. He gets a treble. Double 9.
79.
And Dobey now has a chance to deliver the knockout blow. And Chris Dobey is through to the final of Players' Championship 19, applauded by Daryl Gurney. In truth, both have played better throughout the course of the day, but Dobey in the end was allowed to ease to a 7-3 victory. In the other semi-final, Thibaut Tricot leads Cameron Menzies 6-5.